What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I'm not salty about where the proposal is right now. I'll tell you that. I expected this to happen. Like, I'm talking about validators in a negative light, and validators are the ones that are voting. Of course, you're going to see negativity. However, I did expect people to go, kind of against their validator because they see the potential in this, and validators are kind of controlling a lot of things and kind of gang no voting or gang yes voting depending on what they have. They're recruiting other validators. Like, I've seen it firsthand. They recruit other validators to go on either side, and it's honestly mind blowing that this happens, right? I see it all the time. And they try to recruit top influencers to push their message, to push their ideas. And you have technically three sides, right? You have the people that are like for Burns, people that are against Burns, and the top validators that are in the middle that are kind of making these votes. Typically, they're voting abstain on a lot of these things that are here because they don't want to be the deciding factor, even though they have majority of the vote, which makes no sense whatsoever. So you have all of these alliances that are built, and these alliances that are built, they build up all the votes that they can, knowing that majority of the people that are staking with them are going to just go with their vote anyways. You have other people that may end up going against their vote. I always vote for myself. And the idea that keeps coming up, or the argument that keeps coming up against this hidden voting results proposal that we have here, that's currently 72% no vote, 4% yes vote, and then 21% no with veto. The argument that keeps going against is that there's not going to be any transparency, right? And that they're taking away the ability to vote against your validator. This doesn't do that. This allows you, right? And I'm not saying that we should completely switch, but this allows you to be able to vote with your gut, not because your validator is voting a certain way, right? You vote how you feel you should vote. Now, if your validator ends up voting and you don't end up seeing it and you don't end up doing anything about it, then you don't end up doing anything about it. 70% of the people that are staking with a certain validator will go with the validatorship no matter what. Other people are not even focused on that. They see the proposal and they vote as if they are the validator and they control everything, right? And then you have a portion of people that will see it, change things based on whether they believe them or not, or they'll hear them out. And the problem with that is the fact that they keep spewing out this garbage where they say this is about taking away transparency, and they'll say it 10 times over, 20 times over. Like, have you ever seen this movie Focused, where they do like subliminal messaging, where it's like or some sort of like they continue to show you a certain thing. So like for instance, this movie, they show the guy, as they're doing the betting scene, they show this guy the number 55 over and over and over again throughout the day, right? Throw it in his face, shove it in his head, it's everywhere. Then he gets to a point where he has to guess the number that's on the field, or find a number that's on the field and will guess it, right? He finds the number 55, and then they end up guessing 55. It's subliminal messaging. So if you see it time and time again, the more you see it, the more you start to believe it. That's exactly how that goes. So they will continue and continue and continue to drive this thought down your throat, in your body, in your ears. It won't go in one ear and out the other. It'll stay in your body and stay in your mind, and you'll believe it. You'll wholeheartedly believe it. And the reason why is because they continue to shove it down your throat. I don't do that, right? I talk about what my vision of everything is. I try to be as transparent as possible. When I do giveaways, I actually give away my Terra Luna Classic. I told people, look, even with this proposal, I knew that this was going to go this way. So if it goes no with veto or doesn't reach quorum, I'm going to give all of the Terra Luna Classic back to anybody that did deposit with it, right? Which was about 2.5 million. So it's not a crazy amount, but it's still giving up 2.5 million that could be worth something if Terra Luna Classic kind of gets back on its feet. Anyways, I don't want to sit here and just, kind of bash everybody on all the validators, but I mean, it's for good reason, right? The validators are not doing what we need them to do, right? And that's to take everything into account and not gang no vote and all these validators that are being created. That brings me to another thought, right? These validators that are being created, again, I've talked to the people on both sides where they said, I created this validatorship because I wanted the ability to change a vote, right? It's not about them giving you guys benefits at all. It's about them being able to have a say and change the vote. And that's why you see, them create multiple validators. There's 2 validators for Jesus is Lord. There's the 5% validator, and then there's like a 0.2%. They're creating multiple validators to have more of a say in everything. That's crazy to me. And then you create different names with the same person that's behind it because you just want to have more of a say and more of a vote. You're trying to control everything. It's not about you guys for them. It's about them. It's about what they can gain from it. Because look at this. If a validatorship, right, or a certain person that's building, right, if they're looking to build and they can make, $20,000 a day off of whatever type of utility that they build, right, or $10,000 a day. Let's make it very easy. They're making $300,000 a month on you guys just sticking with whatever you're doing here because now they're able to build. But if they include a tax, they lose some of those gains and they can't pay the people they need to pay, or they can't just pay themselves and expect to see more of a return as time goes on, right? Because they just want to see it stay the same, gain whatever they can gain, and let it live its life for as long as possible. That's their idea. That's their mindset, and that's what feels good to them. When we're trying to improve the chain, if any type of proposal doesn't benefit them but benefits the chain, they will vote no. No matter how much it benefits the chain, no matter how far it will go, if it does not benefit them, they will not vote yes. That's just how that goes, right? If it benefits them but doesn't benefit the chain, absolutely they're for it. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get more money over here. Let's make sure we have more money inflowing over here so that we can provide more utility. Yeah, sure. Provide utility to your pockets. That's what it's all about. And it just blows my mind because this community is so the community is so great. The people behind it, the investors that I communicate with are great, but they all follow these certain people, right? It could be me, but I'm like in the middle, right? I care about improving the chain altogether. I don't care about my financial gain. I've went from having 60 plus million to now having less than 50 million because I either give it away or put out in proposals or try and see what the chain is doing and fix the chain in some form or fashion. And if I could use money to do that, I will do it. I'm all for improving this chain. I'm not for taking away transparency. I'm all for that. But I just wanted to come on here and rant because that's what I do, is just rant. I can't influence any change. You want to know why I'm not a validator? I'm not a validator because I don't want to sit here and just go, okay, have 7 or 10% of the vote and then completely swing something one way or the other, or have people reach out to me to join their alliances or anything like that. It's a conflict of interest of what I'm doing. So I'm not going to do that, right? I didn't create a validatorship because I don't want control over anything. I just want to speak my piece, speak my truth. And if you guys believe me, you believe me. If you don't believe me, then that's fine as well, right? So yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I know this is probably all over the place. I wanted to go in some sort of a structure, but I feel like I kind of got derailed every single time because there's so many different things that's happening right now. And it's honestly just very, very mind-blowing that these things are even taking place this way, because Terra Luna Classic could have been so great. It could have been so great. And I'm one of the first people that believed in it. And you're thinking that I'm about taking away transparency? What am I doing that I'm going to benefit from to where I take away transparency and see and reap all of the different rewards? What am I gaining from it? Nothing. I'm doing this to improve the situation. And the fact that all validators are voting no, and then you still see some abstain voting, like that just kind of tells everything. And the one thing I'll leave you with is, I think the message always goes around that, or the message is going around right now, that no matter what, people would be able to figure out who voted where based on transactions, based on the blockchain, right? Understand that majority of people and even validators don't even have the time to go and piecemeal all of that together to see exactly what the overall percentage is. And I'll be honest, I didn't know about the fact that, and I don't know if you can actually see the percentage or if you voted all together, and then you kind of have to piecemeal everything together, right? That makes it more difficult for them to do, especially throughout time. And if somebody decides to change their vote, they would have to navigate through that and build some sort of algorithm to do so. So they claim that this overall thing to do is impossible and it shouldn't happen because it can't happen. And this is the mindset that I don't like. The fact that Terra Luna Classic, anytime something seems like it's not possible, they don't even take action to see if it could work. And then they wait for somebody that has more pull in the community to go, oh, well, how about we do this? And they go, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Well, guess what? Matt mentioned it 17 months ago, right? What happened then? Oh, it wasn't possible then because we didn't have this. It's like, well, how about you work your way up to having that, then you implement it. It doesn't, like the proposal in the past proposal doesn't go away. The initiative doesn't go away just because, it happens or it came about 10 months ago or 12 months ago. That's the main problem. We don't go into meetings and go, okay, what can we fix because we have everything to fix right now. We go into meetings and say what needs to be fixed, right? That's what I did throughout my work life. What needs to be fixed? And then we establish how we get that fixed, the different things that need to be implemented and changed and all of that to fix it. And then you go and fix it. What's the issue there, right? I don't understand. I really don't understand this community sometimes, and not the investors, but the people that are controlling it, because it is centralized. It is. So anyways, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.